All right, more Vanderpump Rules than we know what to do with right now. We are closing in on season 5, and they're ending it with the bang. Vanderpump Rules, season 5, episode 19, Triple Trouble. I got some things to say about the Triple Trouble, but hello, everyone. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. I am Sunday, your pop culture professor and voracious consumer of some of the absolute trashiest reality TV this week. And so I wanted to know if Schwartz Brothers hold up to that. So we'll see. Because there's some things like I've watched some real dummies this week, Jeff. And as you know, school started also this week.
Oh, I thought that's what you were referring to.
I was. It's either or at this point. And so I need to know. But I'm holding my breath to see these triplets, if they even get here.
Yeah. Also, we talked about at the end of the last one, like, why is James? What are we here for?
Mm-hmm.
And then, as soon as we got done, I watched this one and he's in the credits. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. There's always that, like, as much as I don't want it to be, I'm like, all right, well, I guess I should have known he's going to come back. He's in those beginning shots. But yeah, there's lots of trouble.
Well, I always wonder that because, of course, they are editing most likely after the whole season is shot. And so who turns up and who doesn't and how often is obviously shaped by the editors. But contractually, is Lala also in breach of her contract? Or at the beginning, did she sign, okay, I'll definitely be in 8 of these, but the rest I can fuck off? Like, I don't understand how it works. I mean, obviously it's not a real job, but it's their job.
Yeah, they get real paid. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It makes real money. I used to have a manager at a restaurant that people would talk about, like bartending and serving was not a real job. Are you going to get a real job? And he was like, it pays your real bills, don't it? And I always thought that was really nice. I was like, yeah, it's real money. But to remind from day before yesterday, Stassi is dating, is a basic bitch. James and Raquel exist. Remember? Shay's back to his old tricks. LVP is concerned about Schwartie, but she's going to marry him anyway. She's not that concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the countdown. We start at the beginning of this episode is 10 days to the wedding. And then we end up with 1 day. I love a timeline.
And you're a professor?
Smart. But
I didn't know if you had done the.
Well, yeah. So that they speed through it because sometimes episodes are like 4 days in a row. Did I miss the joke?
I just meant I didn't know if you wanted to introduce yourself.
Oh, I did that. I said pop culture professor.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
My bad.
I did. See, you threw me off because I did it.
Oh, well, I'm Jeff. I'm the noob. I didn't do that. I didn't know if you had. My bad. Get to
I
these
didn't throw
morons.
to you in a normal way. I usually throw to you.
There's a lot to get to.
Yeah. But Jeff, restaurant, no longer a noob. Those are the bullet points for today. I swear to God, if we have to see Sandoval play a fucking trumpet, I will burn NBC Universal down to the ground. This better be the only time I ever see this man fucking blowing a trumpet.
I thought you'd be about as excited as Jax was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Jax. Shut up. And I said about the same time that Jax wrote, oh, those poor neighbors, I just wrote poor Charlotte, which is the dog.
Yeah.
That's about the same time. But also, when did Super Nintendos come out? Could that have been because the past?
Because it was like late 90s.
Oh, okay. All right. So that was like because the past of the past.
Yeah.
I went to go look it up. I didn't. But anyway, Schwartz Brothers can't make it to the wedding because of money. And the dad can't make it because he's afraid of flying. And the sister can't make it because of work. So they're going to surprise. The Clown College has gotten together. And they're going to surprise him by flying his triplet brothers in, which is a fair investment. That is a pretty big chunk. Jax mentions kind of offhandedly that they waited to the last minute. So he said it was going to be $1,500. Does that mean per ticket? Or does that mean altogether?
$497 per ticket.
Okay.
Per person. Per round trip. Because he started talking about, well, if it's going to be $10,000, let's just do it. And he's like, $1,500. He's like,
yeah.
I guess I will. I was like, that's so much less than $10,000. And Tom Schwartz paid more than 10 grand by himself to get your ass out of jail. So maybe
Yes, he
$500
did.
to $1,500 isn't too much right now. Just
And
gonna
they're gonna spring for their hotel. But the way that Jax is talking about these boys, I mean, like, he acts like they're touched, as my grandmother used to say. He calls them special characters.
There is, I mean, they all live in one room with their folks and their grown-ups, and they're in Florida. There's a lot pointing to a possible, it
They
raises
also
some questions. I'll
they
just say
also
that.
share a cell phone.
Yes, pay to
Yeah.
use
Mm.
cell phone.
I mean, it's bad when Jax Taylor's getting frustrated about how dumb somebody else is. He's just like,
Yeah,
"Oh, shut up and listen, you dummies."
I just don't know about him being worn out from how irresponsible they are. I was like, mm, I'm not saying you're wrong, buddy. I'm just saying let's use a
Like
mirror a little
pot
bit.
meat kettle here.
Yeah.
The minute that Brittany tells Kristen this secret, I knew that she was going to catch it from from Jax. I was like, do not say a word because Jax is going to use this to bully you later. But, she tells anyway. And then Kristen has this secret now. Of course, she's going to tell somebody. And I was just like, oh, but all the bridesmaids are trying on their dresses. Did you see the part where Kristen had to make sure that her pocket would hold her flask?
Yeah, and I mean, she had her little bottle of wine, like, all right, that's in there. I mean, as someone who's been a participant in weddings in this, fashion before,
Yes.
some of that stuff, it's important. You're going to be taking a lot of pictures. You're going to be standing around. You're going to want that bottle.
A lot of downtime. It's a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Everybody's, trying theirs on. And Brittany's Kentucky muffins are about to pop out of the top of that dress. I mean, like, y'all duck and cover because they are fighting to get out of that top. They can't let it out. Like, come on, Brittany.
It seems to be kind of her style. So maybe that's just what she.
Well, there is this phenomenon too that when women get breast augmentation, you have to buy bigger clothes. You have to buy bigger sizes. Like, that's just a bottom line. Your body is physically taking up more space. But lots of women don't want to do that. They want to still wear a medium or a small and stuff those puppies into it. And that's why Brittany, remember that scene where she couldn't keep her top buttoned? It kept saying, pop,
kept
pop,
pumping.
pop. Yes, because
I was going to say you've been talking to her for a year, 11 years ago about this for a while.
Yes.
So.
Just buy a bigger top or take it to a tailor. Then we go to the boys. Where have we seen Dylan's candy store before?
It's been in here like 10 times. Everybody, anytime there's like a big thing, they were like, I think they were at the Pucker and Pout thing. I think they did some stuff with Sheena's wedding. I think they've done a bunch of stuff.
Because I remembered them from Sheena's wedding, but I think we had the exact same conversation about Sheena's wedding.
Is 4th or 5th time we've seen them at least.
What are they picking out the candy for? Schwartz says this is his only creative decision.
I think like gift bag stuff.
Oh. Burning question. Do you like candy corn?
I do like candy corn.
Oh,
yes.
Gross.
I do like it. But I also noticed Tom's color had changed a little bit in the hair, I believe. I think that money piece got some friends. And you're noticing how much he was wearing a hat last episode. Yep. This episode, no hat. Feel like we got a little extra color.
And it also seems like there's more hair than before. Like maybe he had some like sew-ins or some extensions taped in or something. I wouldn't put it past him.
I'm in it. But yeah, I like candy corn. I like a fine Halloween treat, like he says.
I don't like candy corn. It's gross, disgusting. You also like those circus peanuts?
I picked up on you not liking the candy corn when you puked in the... No, I don't like the circus peanuts. Okay. No.
When I was a kid, my mom told me that black licorice made out of chicken doo-doo. And so I just unilaterally decided not to like it. And so I don't know whether I really don't like it or I was just indoctrinated to not like it.
You shouldn't like it. It's gross. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, there you go. Okay, well, problem solved there. Stassi, again, uses AF. She doesn't want to date at that wedding. She wants to be single AF. Hang with her.
Wonderful idea. I mean, if you can be single at the wedding and not force a brand new date into it, do not force a brand new date into it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the only thing better than going to like seafood bowl or you can talk to people and be single and be flirty is a wedding that you're in. Just, I'm going to say you're in a good spot.
Funny that you mentioned seafood bowl because I do this little like get to know with my students. And so when I ask them a question and as I call the roll, they have to answer the question. And so today the question was, if you were on death row and you're going to be dead by midnight, what would be your last meal?
Mm-hmm.
And so many, I'm saying probably 20% said seafood or crab bowl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they were just, I was surprised at that age that
It's
they're
probably like
chowing down.
30% of the newer restaurants in our hometown in the last 5 years are
Yeah.
ones that do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Katie has to let go of the past. And I
Yeah.
am just saying, it's
Just,
more like just ignore it and hope it goes
just
away.
well, I mean, luckily she has a therapy, veteran here. Shay and Sheena,
Yeah.
they went to a therapy meeting and decided they were good. And that kind of
Yeah.
stuff is great. So what Katie and Tom are deciding to do is wonderful. And Sheena knows why. And they're just going to let it go. Just let
I
it go.
mean, Sheena utters the phrase, we just didn't need it anymore. And like the lack of self awareness, like she didn't even laugh and be like, I guess, ha ha ha, we didn't need it. No. And then it's pinging back and forth between like these conversations. And Schwartz is talking about how to borrow a phrase, he don't got time to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
This is about your wedding, sir. Like that is about war veteran or war combatants and who they are
Yeah.
trying to like make it out alive and they don't got time to like nurse their wounds because they got to make it to the finish line while they're dragging their buddy out of the, jungles of Vietnam. Not about you marrying the love of your life, sir.
Yeah. Let's not bring Jesse the Body Ventura film into this right now. If that's what you got to do. And it's like,
Uh,
and he doesn't know though. Either he's feeling better or we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to go ahead
yeah.
and do it. We're just going to.
And depending on who you ask, Heidi Klum is the body, but we won't linger on that. And he
Okay.
says that Tequila Katie is gone. He gave her a eulogy. And I just want to be like, what about Tequila Tom? Did Tequila Tom also go the way of
Coors
Tequila
Light
Katie?
Tom.
Yeah.
Can Coors Light Tom
Did
be
Coors Light
accounted for?
Tom, right, because he got real mean. Like flashback to that sequence of scenes in New Orleans when he was saying the nastiest thing to everybody. He got after Stassi, he got after Kristen. Like he was just mowing down scorching earth. So I would like to know if Coors Light Tom is coming to the wedding.
Also, by flashback, you mean like a week and a half ago.
Yes.
Hardly. I don't even know if that qualifies under. It's like, hey, remember the other day?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that comes under flashback.
That's what
So,
Chef will do.
yeah.
He'll be like, hey, a long time ago when we were eating breakfast, and it'll just be like that morning because he
Yeah.
doesn't have any sense of time.
Either 4-year-olds or like college students who only smoke weed. Like,
Yes.
hey, remember a long time ago?
And so they're at Sir. Why the fuck is Katie working? Oh, we're still at 10 days before the wedding, though, right? So she's still got some time to work and pretend to work. And Katie says that she's feeling a real shift. And Sheena pops up and might as well have been like, what about me? Are we talking about me? Can we talk about me? Me. Fertility doctor. And she never said that she was freezing her eggs, but somehow Jax absorbed that. Did she say that? Did she say she was going to get checked?
She had to have said it because he's not coming. I know he didn't say it right, but he's not coming up with in vitro and all that like on his own. She had to. I mean, we obviously didn't see the whole conversation, and it is not. She might as well have said, "What about me?" I'm just going to say she straight up said, "Here's what's going on in my life." What wedding? I mean, luckily, Sheena never made us aware of when her wedding was coming. So
yeah, she was real stealth about it.
Yeah.
And I will say, this episode, Jax really made me laugh in a couple of ways, just really chuckling, whether it was in his confessional or in person, because he was like, I'm pretty sure Shay needs to be in the room for you guys to make a baby. And the editors left that in after they had shown us the flashbacks of Shay being missing, and then Sheena's like tearful confession to Ariana that he's gone all the time. That was really nice because things are building in that area. And every time Sheena says something about how cool they were 10 days before their wedding, or how she couldn't imagine being like this close to their wedding, that pressure cooker just ratchets up the amount of pressure because they are really foreshadowing something. And the dramatic irony, I'm still in like professor mode, but like the dramatic irony is because we know what's going to happen. And she's just like, la-di-da, everything's great. We only went that one time. We're cured. It's tough.
And where has he been when he's not coming home? He's working on something for me in the studio.
I
Okay,
mean, can you pay
let's
your
see.
light bill with the thing he's working on?
Let's
Because
see. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stand right over here and wait and see what that is. Well,
right.
hit,
I mean,
hit me up.
can you buy groceries with the thing that he is working on? Because I'll believe it when I see it. But because Jax, he has like the opposite thing of Sheena. So, or maybe it's the same, or Sheena is like really wants to join in the crowd and be part of the thing they're doing. Jax is always going to poo poo and be like, no, stop changing, stop growing. I need everybody to just stop in their tracks. I'm not ready to have a baby. So, none of y'all should be talking about babies. This is wild and dumb and stop it.
He said, I can't believe we're having this conversation so soon. Like, so soon as what? We've been sexually active for like 20 years. You should
But
probably
also,
expect somebody to be having some kids
sir,
by now.
you're 37, okay?
No,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm
you are
saying.
late to the party talking
That's what I'm
about.
saying.
But Brittany, how much younger is Brittany than Jax? Like,
I
he's
mean, she's
30.
got to be 30, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he's 36 in these episodes, I would say 29, 30. And that's about the time because Brittany has expressed she's very much wants a traditional family with this fucking moron. I bet that he's going to be hearing some things. Whenever word gets back that Sheena's talking babies and fertility and checking and all that kind of stuff, Brittany is going to be saying these things, maybe off camera, and maybe that's why Jax is feeling this way. Because at 30, if you want a baby, it's like, all right, come on. Your body's like, come on, chop,
Yeah.
chop,
I,
chop.
ev- so many episodes, the last like 10 episodes this season, I'm like, how are there three reunions? How are we? I mean, sometimes Jax will say one thing. I'm like, that's an episode of the reunion. Just Jax and Brittany. You're going to get a
Hmm.
whole episode right there.
But I mean, we could devote an entire episode of Lisa Vanderpump riding up on a horse that she just met in the streets of West Hollywood and was like, hey, can I ride your horse? Jumps on and trots up to the entrance of Sir.
Something magical in WeHo all the time. Hmm.
Uh, that, that is super weird. And they're just letting strangers climb on their horse?
No, I mean, that does happen. Like, I've been in, and not only in like police with horse, like, I've been in New Orleans and people have ridden, or just riding their horse, really right down the street from us in Louisville, like on a business, like where there's a bunch, like a strip where there's a bunch of bars and stuff down the street from our house. There's just people that come in and ride their horses on the street
Do they
sometimes.
let strangers climb on and take a spin
I
or
bet you if Lisa Vanderpump walked up to one of them and asked to ride their horse for a block or two, they'd be just fine with it.
yes, but that poor horse. Nolan is notoriously skittish about horses. I don't know if she's ever even been on one, but what if he bucked her off? Like, it just feels like a lot of liability to let a stranger climb on your horse, Vanderpump or not.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think she gets a lot of what she asked for.
And
I don't think a
uh,
lot of people are handing out
yeah,
notes to
fair
her.
enough. Yeah.
Um,
And some more pretend work, Jax's short pour and stuff. Like, he's not even pretending to do this job anymore. Because when Christina
no,
walks by with that tray and it's got this much sangria in it, he is not even acting like he gives a shit about playing the role of a bartender anymore.
as opposed to,
Well, at least before he would go through the entire motions. Now he's just like, like he's not even showing up in that capacity. He's more about getting Sheena over there to talk about her egg retrieval and shit. Like,
you mean
it,
like
it,
when people would order a cocktail and he's like, I don't want to make that. It's too complicated. Here, take a shot.
I mean,
Is
yes,
that
but
the kind
it
of
has
work you're,
been a progression though. In those early
no,
seasons, he did pretend at least that he needed that job to make money. Now he's not even keeping up that pretense.
this
So
has been and always will be a basement apartment when we're
fair
talking about justice.
Jax lives in the basement on every topic, on every
Yes.
concept ever. He is never getting out. So, another thing that he says, which I don't think he was trying to be funny in this way, but he was like, listen, man, wherever Shay, I don't want to be called into the damn delivery room to have that baby.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's
No one,
calling you.
no. I wrote
um,
no, and then N with 8 O's next to it.
I mean,
Just so you
but,
know.
he's seen enough vaginas. He might be able to navigate his way around there. So maybe he is the one we should be calling.
Mm-hmm.
But Lisa, and then our buddy cop comedy is starting to deteriorate a little bit because they're not spending as much time at Sir, and Lisa's not pretending to be their boss as much anymore. But here, Jax really wants to have a dish sesh with Lisa about Sheena. And Lisa doesn't want it. She's like, listen, it's not my business. And Jax was like, okay. Like he thought they were going to like get into it, chop it up like they do. And Lisa's not having it. She's like, nope, I don't want it. Next 5 days to the wedding. All right, countdown. And Stassi just is going to do a sexy single photo shoot in which every bit of her bits are just out in the open. Yes.
Big question right here. So this is just for her. Like, do you know, is this something you just, I know like we had Sheena do the, boudoir shots. I get that. Stassi, famously single right now. Is this like a modeling gig related, or is this just to get to feeling good? And no, I'm not knocking it if that is what it is, honestly. But is that what it is? I'm just wondering.
I think they did not say otherwise. But she says that she wanted to feel good, and she's trying to get Stassi getting her groove back. And so maybe it's just like a thing. Again, what are you doing with these pictures?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even care.
Giving them to somebody.
If it is just like, I'm just getting pictures made, then I'm on board. You're just getting pictures made. You look great. Let's do it.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just spends a lot of money for you to look at your own naked body when you could just pop out of the shower every morning. Like, But Katie comes with her, and Sandoval's inspired her to step her woman game up. And Katie has still not written her vows.
Mm-hmm.
But both her and Stassi agree that Schwartz's will probably be better. Why would they think that?
I don't know. We've heard stuff he has written before. I mean, including like the thing the tuxedo guy just told Lisa in the last episode, his supposed limerick that he wrote for the guy. So I don't know what footage we're talking about that we've seen, and we're like, well, Schwartz will nail it. Maybe that's just a sign of how little good things Katie has to say about Tom in front of everyone. Also, just want to say, as y'all are getting closer to this thing, you don't have to write your own vows. If you're not there 5 days before, you can both
really
just like,
good point.
I bet if there's one thing these two can agree on other than fat sex is, what if we just didn't do the vows and just said I did at the end of what that guy says?
Did you and Brooke write your own vows?
No.
Yeah, neither did we.
I don't think we even considered. I mean, maybe at one point we were watching a movie and thought, should we write our own? But no, like, you're doing a lot. I mean, and you're also making speeches to each other, like at a rehearsal dinner, and you're doing a toast, and you're doing this. I mean, there's a lot going on. Nothing against it if you do write your own.
Right. And
I just mean for these two.
I kicked it around a little bit, but it would seem intimidating to have to write your own vows if you're marrying a writer and like a professional communicator. So I was like, you know what? Let's just tweak the norm, and we'll just say those things to each other. So, but this is where I knew these chickens are coming home to roost. Jax is mean to Brittany about telling the Kristen the secret about the brothers. I mean, this is how he talks to her all the time, right? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen it besides when he has her foot in his mouth. I don't think I have ever seen this man speak to her in a soft tone, give her any sort of like latitude about grace or compassion. He talks to her this way all the time. Yeah.
And worse.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying this is the baseline, right? This is his basement apartment.
This is
right
probably the baseline. I see it getting much worse. I can see it being a little better, like for 5 minutes a day or so. But I can definitely see it getting worse because, if you're talking to someone at work, like in an aggressive way like that, then, being messed up at home is not going to be a great way to go about it, probably.
It just makes me kind of like reevaluate the way the culture treated Brittany as such a victim of Jackson. I'm not saying she wasn't, right? Like, because he did abuse her physically and in a lot of ways. But like looking back like this, she knew who he was. It's not like he pulled a bait and switch and just like got mean later. He was always this terrible.
Yeah, I mean, from jump, we were like, you haven't seen the show to find out how he is? Like, okay, let's say she hasn't actually seen the show. 2 weeks into real life is kind of, I mean, really, she showed up there and he's, making
trying to fuck Lala. Yeah.
So.
And then in Hawaii, Lala is standing over him saying, this man tried to sleep with me while you were driving here, and doesn't believe the woman, gets confirmation that what Lala is saying is true at the reunion, and is still like, no, I'm Tammy Wynette. I am standing by my man, my man, my man, my man. And
one week ago, we were on a patio in New Orleans, and he and Stassi are talking about all the awful things she did. So let's even make it more recent. Also, that guy
yes.
woke up like 10 hours ago. Who knows how many awful things he's done in just that day?
Seriously.
But, I do wonder if Kristen will tell. But also, I feel like if someone's going to know that doesn't want to ruin something for Schwartz, Kristen might be the person to actually keep it under wraps.
And we said last time we were really liking fun Kristen. This Kristen is really fun. She's still boozing, but she's kind of pointing her antics in a fun way. And like wedding prep. I mean, I like this Kristen. So for now, we can turn our back on her. Unlike, the wildcat that she was in season 3 when we couldn't turn our back because she might get us. But speaking of Kristen, and then I guess adjunctly James, why do we give a shit about this scene?
I mean, I've got some notes. Do you want to go over this?
I've got a few. I mean,
do you want to go over this?
Tell me what you got. Tell me what jumped off the page.
Oh, I need a newer reference than Eddie Haskell for a guy that's just real suck-uppy to the family. I don't know what's a newer version of Eddie Haskell?
I mean, I don't know, but that is such a tried and true. And like the older I get, the more distance people get from that reference, and they don't know. They don't know it.
Yeah. He has to come clean about getting fired. They seem supportive. It's all good. On to the Bubbas. I mean, I really don't.
Yeah. So my thing is, they've already met before. This isn't even the first time they've met. They've already met, established a relationship. We really like how you treat her. It's good enough for us. What is the point of this? Is this just us like breaking the seal to get him back?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was just no point, which makes me think that the editors are going to weave him back in a way that we won't be able to unsee him. Or in season 6, him and this relationship are going to be front and center.
I am very scared that is the exact thing
Yes, because why bring him back episode 19 of how many do we have? 21?
Yeah.
So next episode is the finale.
We have 20 and 21 left.
Okay. And then we have a three reunions. And then a secret's revealed.
Yeah.
Ooh, we still got a lot of season 5 left, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I was saying at the end of the last one. Like, it's a lot left to go through here.
I'm just wondering how. I don't know. We'll talk about that at the end because I'm really wondering what are the major things that are going to be the high points of the reunion. But because obviously it's going to be how much Katie and Schwartz hate each other. But I'm wondering what are the other things. But we'll talk about that at the end of the season. But we are 2 days away from the wedding, right? All that's left is to just do the damn thing.
Remind myself at the top of my page, I wrote, this is like the trip to the wedding. Like I'm telling myself even, like, just remind yourself, they're on their way to get married. Just throw that out.
Where is this? It's Ojai? Is it, where is it that they're going?
It's like up near Lake Tahoe area.
Oh, okay. So because they drove and they put that cake in the car and.
It's scary.
Yes, it is. And Stassi posits that the pinata has Ninja Turtle action figures in it, just for fun.
And some weed. And some weed.
And some weed.
Probably.
We do know that I think that it has mini bottles in it. But it's a road trip. She insists on driving because he sucks. So that's really all that for the drive up there. We're back at Sir. Spiritually, we're always in the back alley of Sir. But now we physically are, with Ariana looking real cute, and here comes a very, very blonde Lala. 2 months.
Is done up. I mean, she is like fresh off a shoot. Like she is professionally done up. I don't mean like she is looking like she has a hot date. Like she looks like, doesn't she look like?
Yes, but what I'm thinking is this new man of hers is paying for glam.
Oh, yeah. If she's not, she looked like a professional, definitely had done that. It is a lot going on. Like, she's been styled, absolutely. And her buddy Ariana isn't real happy to see her.
2 months. that she's been gone. We haven't seen her either. We would even get to pop in to kind of check in, like, hey, man, how's it going? What's going? Nope. I mean, 3 weeks in Utah, she says, and then her mother has been here for 1 week. Ariana starts out kind of icy, but she melts. Like, she eventually kind of comes around, and like, they're joking about, hey, good luck to you with this
I was
LVP
gonna
business.
say, I think her assuming she may have her job is enough to make Ariana laugh and be like, "Oh, hey, good
Yeah.
luck in there. Hey, player, keep hope
Yeah.
alive. Like, way to go in there."
Right. I feel like 2 months of no call, no showing, they're lucky they didn't put a bolo out on her, call the
Yeah,
morgues and the hospitals and the jail. Like, that's a really long time. And that's what I'm wondering about these contracts. And do you just get to dip in and out? And are you paid per episode? Is it agreed upon? Like, it's just really confusing. I wish that we could have somebody who was a reality TV producer back then explain this, because I do follow this woman on TikTok who does reality TV casting and producing now, in which our friend Ethan that came with us, he also does it.
that's right.
But I would just really like to know how you just get to float in and out. And like Vanderpump Rules didn't really have the designated friend of situation that like a lot of the housewives do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
How's she getting paid? Which I guess she don't need to get paid. She's, doing what she's doing. And
And the way she approaches, like, it's one thing with your buddy Ariana, and then you just hop on to Lisa herself, and you're like, "Are you surprised to see me?" The fact that Lisa didn't just tell her to go home right then, like,
mhm,
it has to be something contractual, or she's coming
yeah,
back next year already. They figured something out, because there's no reason she has. I do wonder, because Tom and Katie are getting married. Like, are they thinking, in case they leave, we need a Lala, we need a Jane?
yeah.
It's like these other people are getting mid-30s. Like, do we need to bring these other people in? So I think
Mhm.
there is a need for it. I just don't know if it
And
needs to be these people.
and this is one of those things that I've said it many times that really gets on my nerves, where Lisa is saying, like, look, nobody even knew where you were. And Lala says, nobody deserves to know where I am or deserves to know what's going on with me. Then don't be on a reality show. I
You
want everybody to have the life they want to have. But the minute you stand up in front of my screens and then you demand privacy, no, ma'am, that's not how this works. Now, show us your married fucking boyfriend or quit this show. Period. Hands down.
Yeah, I was surprised that they even sat down together. I really couldn't
Yeah.
believe they even sat down together.
I bet they made Lisa though. I bet Lisa was like, they probably had to say like, listen, we've got to get this. This is like B-roll or whatever for next
Like,
season. Like we need to get some shots of y'all. Just do it.
it's so shitty to be like, "Are you surprised to see me?" Like, don't be cute. And like, she sits down with you to give you the time of day, and you're like, you give your side of things in a real shitty way.
Yeah.
Really
Well,
disrespectful, as Lisa says.
I kind of want to check in with you about this conversation that Lisa and Lala have before she gets up about anxiety, and she suffers really,
Yes.
really acutely from it. And she doesn't, and what really kind of like tripped the wire in my brain, knowing that she wasn't kind of using this, is her saying the phrase, she doesn't think like other people.
Mhm.
And that phrase right there kind of lets me know that there's some truth to this, whether or not she's playing it up or not, that it is a struggle for her to like behave averagely. Is
I
average
get
the right
that.
word?
I mean, I've had, I've been given medication for anxiety before, and I
Yeah.
was thinking of that when she says, and there's nothing any medication can do for it. I thought, okay, let's say that's fair enough.
Well, my
That
wife and
means you're
son may
just
have something to say about that, because
right.
everybody in this house is just eating up the anxiety medicine. Okay, like we're all just popping them like Tic Tacs.
And
But
also, maybe it's because you're so anxious because you're trying to make it in this world that you don't have to be in, like you said,
yeah,
do not be on this reality show. Like, well, being in this world, like, gives me such anxiety. Then, like, go. You want to work in an office? You want to do this? Like, there's so many other things. I don't know why you're
hmm
trying to make this one. There's so many ways you can even be famous and have a ton of followers or whatever the hell it is you
right,
want. Like,
yeah,
don't actively do the things like it's giving you
and
anxiety unless it's like get out of bed in the morning.
yeah, and like, is that what the anxiety is? Like, you came back on this episode to give us these really nebulous platitudes about feeling anxious and being in this. About what? What is it that's happening in your life? Like, I'm annoyed with her, and she's so pretty and she's so interesting that it's like, what do you want us, Vanderpump Rules, what do you want us to do with Lala?
I
Like,
mean,
how
I
do you want
gotta
us to receive her?
I think they are like her also like, well, look how young and pretty I am. Things should really be easy for me. So I'm just gonna step on out. And and I am also when they're going, yeah, you should, you should
Yeah.
absolutely have everything you
Yeah.
want right
I
now.
mean,
I don't know.
do you have a secret brain surgeon job that I don't know
But
about? Is there, a nuclear physicist problem that the Earth's going to blow up otherwise? Like, what is it about your life that's giving you such stress? And ever the class act, Lisa wraps it up. She says, "Keep in touch."
yeah,
Brushes her hands. That's it. Done. That's it. I'm like, okay, well, let's see her. Let's see you keep that energy at the damn reunion, LVP. Let's take a break right here, and then we'll come back with the on-site wedding, pre-wedding stuff that we're gonna get to.
2 days.
Okay,
2 days.
we're back. 2
2
days to the
days.
wedding.
I'm just saying it
And
over and over again.
I will say this too, these scenes made me kind of nostalgic for my late 20s and early 30s because I've been to weddings that were like this. I had a friend get married in a resort really close to here, and we all had cabins, and that was one of the most fun weddings I've ever been to because we got to hang out like the couple nights
Yes.
before, and we were all
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
It was making me really nostalgic for that like moment in time where you're going to a lot of weddings because there's like a stretch of 3 or 4 years where you're at a wedding like every weekend. Then there's a stretch
Yeah.
where you're at a damn baby shower every weekend. So I am a little precious about that particular time.
I love those times. Like, when we've seen them hanging out with, because they also have their guard down. Like when they're all around
Hmm.
each other in this cabin, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, these people aren't monsters at all. This is
Yeah.
great. But then
Hold that
Schwartz,
thought, sir. I feel like
you know,
you're gonna might eat
even
that
on
his
the way
words.
up, like he's talking about missing his family, and you're like, man, that is rough. I bet
Yeah.
it's like, and I mean, the last thing I want to do is picture her just fretting all the time. Like, oh, bro, you just met. I mean, you couldn't for 2 seconds. You didn't get you. You had me with your family. You were missing, and so much. And
Yeah.
they're on the other side of the country, and then you just flush that
And
right down the toilet.
yeah, for sure. And he continues to just like be an idiot though. They're driving up. Katie's never seen a bear. Isn't this woman from fucking Utah? You never
I
seen a
didn't
bear,
hear her say
Katie?
they hadn't seen one, but yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
surprised. I'm surprised Schwartz didn't turn the car around. Like,
yeah.
I'm getting,
Yeah, he's because such a nervous wreck. And then we
you know,
did see Kristen packing, and was she wearing Jax's shirt, or are they just twins? It's like this blue plaid, that blue plaid shirt that we've seen Jax
oh,
in
that
every
there's no
season.
way. I know. I do know what you mean. I didn't think
Uh-huh.
about it then, but I don't. I think that thing was tight enough on Kristen. I don't think Jax could have
Yeah,
even
fair
buttoned
enough.
his. Even though he only uses one button at a time, I don't think he could have done it.
And then they
This is where I feel good about the surprise, Stan. Like, this is when Kristen's like, oh, did I tell you? Like, the brothers are coming in.
mhm.
And she's like, very cool about it. I'm like, Kristen's fine. We're good. We're good there.
Yeah. The one thing about the Vanderpump cast, they will rally around a wedding. Now, a marriage, a friendship, not so much, but they will pull themselves together to maintain the integrity of the wedding ceremony.
Oh,
You know,
a get together needs to go off. We're going to do that.
mhm.
Kristen talking about the two of the Bubbas taking their dogs up there for some reason just made me very happy that Brooke and I were like between dogs at the time when we got married. I was like, we probably would have done some obnoxious, annoying stuff like, oh, the dogs are going to do this. Get this guy to come in and do, like the ring bearer
Yes.
dog and all. I'm like, we would have done something
You saved yourself from
annoying. Yeah.
those
It's
memories.
like, I've never been happier for a time I didn't have a dog than
Yes.
looking back on that.
What about a time when you paid $51,000 for the ceremony itself?
Look, the minute I get to get my dog-eared ratty checkbook out of back pocket or glove compartment and write a check for $51,000. Also, like, y'all had to do this in person that day. This wasn't taken care of any
Yeah.
other
But
time. That was a
well, he
lot.
said that he wrote the check for $20,000 because he makes this offhand joke about it's the same as his student loan. So he could have either got married or felt free from debt. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's still a lot of money. And Katie's like, what? Things cost money.
51
Sorry.
though. isn't near the cost of. I mean, there's so many. This
No.
doesn't include the 18 grand on tea towels. This doesn't include 2,000 for this, the bridesmaid dresses, the groomsmen outfits, like the
Did
tuxedo.
you say $18,000 for tea towels?
Um,
They were $18 a piece. How many did she order?
oh, I don't think it was 18,000. If I said that,
It was
that's
a
my
lot,
bad.
though. It was
I did that.
thousands, but
It was
yeah,
like $2,700 because they sent
yeah, that's right.
150 $18 ones out, and it
And
was
then
2,700.
the
But like,
bridesmaids this, the bridesmaids that, the
yeah.
New Orleans trip, yeah, we're probably creeping up to $100,000.
Mhm.
That is,
I'm excited. Like at the venue though, like Trish is still there. Like the people that spoke to them about the
mhm,
wedding in person
yeah,
stuck it out, and they're gonna be here for them. And I was like, y'all didn't want to be here for them. That's awesome. Way to go,
yeah,
Trish.
sweet.
Like,
And Schwartz tries to give a little toast, talking about how expensive Katie is, but make sure you say worth it. And I just wanted to point out that's the same thing that people say about divorce. Okay,
well,
just say,
he did refer to the flowers at his wedding as flowers for a buffet. Flowers and a buffet. That's what the wedding
yeah,
is.
that's what he's interested in as far as he goes. Flowers and a buffet is what a wedding is. So Saucy arrives. Her and Rachel got lost. They navigated their way by using the stars, which is some because the fast shit right there.
Like, why are they so scared? What happened? They were like, it's dark and I didn't have service for a minute. I was like, oh, that's it. That's all.
Yeah,
That was it.
exactly.
I'm not,
And then Katie has to cut her own hole in the pinata. No, you don't. You should never have to do that. And we see that
okay.
there's those little mini bottles of 99 bananas. And we learned that Schwartz got his first hand job drunk on 99 bananas. So
Hmm.
a lot's coming together for me about Schwartz in around this wedding, learning some things. His dad's too afraid to fly. His triplet brothers still live at home and share a cell phone. He got drunk on 99 bananas when he went to FSU. Like a
Yeah.
lot is really coalescing to kind of give me a real picture of Schwartz here
Hmm.
because
And
it
he
just makes
acts
sense.
in a certain way also.
I mean,
He
things that
also
just make
walks
sense.
around and talks, and that's enough for you to know
Yeah.
most things about him.
So now, speaking of things that contribute to Schwartz's idiocy, one day to the wedding, and Sandoval's missed his flight because he left his tuxedo or something there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, clothing related.
And this is where I wrote down the bit about Sandoval's dad being too afraid to fly. Then drive. I mean, it's a long drive, right? Yes, from Florida or wherever to California is a long drive, but this is your son's wedding, you fucking limp wrist. Get in the car and drive to it. And his sister couldn't get off work?
Yeah.
What? Is Sandoval the oldest or is the sister the oldest, I wonder?
Schwartz is, yeah, I don't know. One of them two, the
Because
sister or him.
Schwartz doesn't give oldest child energy, but he also doesn't give middle child energy. Or maybe he does give a little bit of middle child energy.
Yeah, I can see it being the older, especially if a lot of attention went to the bottom three and he was just out there on his own, allowed to just go around and not have to really learn how to do
Yeah.
anything.
But typically, firstborn are much more self-sufficient because they do have to, and like they're much more self-assured in the world. They have to teach themselves some things. And Schwartz just does not have that eldest daughter energy, like
Right.
at all. So also the brothers share one payphone. I said that already. And they're a disaster. Why did Bravo not why did they send cameras out there and film this calamity of these boys getting
Yeah.
the call, trying to get ready, trying to get on an airplane? Like, we missed out. That's the slapstick comedy that we need.
This might have been a whole nother spinoff show. Like
Yeah.
three Schwartzes that live together in a room as adults with one cell phone
Yeah.
and maybe a job. I don't
Make
know.
them keep using the same cell phone the whole time. Like, they sound like idiots. Have we met Schwartz's mom? We haven't met his mom, have we?
I think so. At
We
the
got Sandoval's, we got Jack's, we got
at
Brittany.
Villa Rosa, I think we did.
Was she the one that was the firefighter that had to kick a door down?
That's Sandoval's mom.
Okay. What's Schwartz's mom? 5 kids, all of them hapless as fuck, which I don't know about the sister. Maybe she's only got 4 kids that are hapless, but
I don't remember exactly, but I think we did meet her at the engagement party.
And nobody has said one peep about her. Is she coming? Are we going to see her?
I guess we'll find out. I mean, I
Yeah.
think she's around. We'll see.
And pop back to Sheena and Shay. And every time they are in their apartment, they always like pan up to those wedding pictures. This one was
it
like
starts right on it. Yeah.
this was Sheena and Shay's tuxedo jacket. And I'm like, oh my God, Jeff's gonna love it. But Shay is like crabby from jump. Like he just, I got zero urges to drink and party. This shit is dumb. Like bleh, bleh, bleh. He's just crabby as hell.
Crabby is putting it lightly. I think,
Yeah.
he's real upset with everything. And I mean, like, she wants to know if she can get you anything. Like, I don't want to drink and party. Like, well, anything can mean anything. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be like if somebody's like, hey, I'm at the store. Can I get you something? Like, I don't drink, go fuck yourself. Like, well, they have soft drinks and candy and stuff if you want one of them too. Like, just wondering if you need anything. You need some AAA batteries. I don't know.
Sheena just skeets right past it, though. She's like, oh, I'm thinking about wearing this. What is that? I do your laundry. I don't even know what half the shit you're doing is. Like, oh, what is that? Ugh, ugh. I'm like, God, okay, dude. Oof. But he's just being such a hater. And he wants to be at the studio doing things for Sheena, as I put.
You do, we get why he would be over them being real debaucherous right in front of him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we do get that, but it is like so, like, there's so much loaded. It's like, hey, man, do you not want to come this weekend?
Right.
Like, I think that's worth asking. Like,
it's loaded with that aggressive
You said like 7 things in one episode earlier this season. You've met your contractual obligation for like the next 3 years. We don't need this.
And what's to stop him from just taking his Kindle and, going and reading the book? Nobody would notice him. You're not drinking. Get you a plate. Go to the 20-mile, 1,000-acre wood and just read your sci-fi dark fantasy. Okay.
What's Shay reading on his Kindle in 2017?
It's definitely like dark fantasy, sci-fi stuff. Future. Think like Tom Sandoval's
like Peter
movie.
Scripps. Do you think he's doing proof script?
No, but it's probably like alien softcore porn.
Yes, gotcha.
That's exactly what it is. Lisa and Ken arrive. They flew private.
Uh-huh.
And she's saying things like, oh, it's so quaint. It's rustic.
I know.
Oh, it's so woodsy.
It's like, we don't need this.
I know,
we should not show this.
She knew the bit and she leaned into the bit. And I do appreciate, when she's like bantering with the little guy at the front desk and she asks him where's the closest Neiman Marcus. And he's like, oh, San Francisco. It's
Chanel, Neiman Marcus.
Yeah, that's right.
You wouldn't be.
How dare I? How dare I?
Where's the nearest Chanel? That front desk guy, though, was on it. Like, well, that would be San Francisco, about 5.5 hours away. I was like, fucking right on. Way to have that information right there.
He rehearsed those lines in the mirror, right? Lisa's punch-up guy said him to Adam. He's like, go ahead. This is what we're going to do. This is your improv.
He's just been planning it, actually, for years, just in case somebody asks. Yeah, like, Lisa's going to, like, I mean, it's fine here, even if it's a treehouse. And then she's, like, kind of pleasantly surprised.
Yes. And poor old kid, can somebody get Weekend at Bernie's bellhop here? Like, him huffing and puffing out those stairs, driving those suitcases. Like, oh, you okay, Ken? You're going to be fine?
I don't think it helps. Ken might be the most worried about this wedding and couple. Like, I
love it
Ken
so much.
In 2016 is Jeff and Sunday in 2026. Like, hey, somebody we can say something still right now. We don't have to keep going forward with this.
He's like not even using any euphemisms before. He is not even like dancing around it. He's like, no. I mean, if he shows up, he's chickened out before. He couldn't even work a whole shift. Well, what about your sangria shit? Like, he is bringing receipts and proof that this man is worthless. And, he's got jokes. And I love it. I'm like, Ken, where were you? Pull him aside and tell him these jokes because you're worthless. Schwartz, that is, not Kim. Okay, so the bridesmaids arrive and Jack
crew's getting gathered at the venue.
Reveals some fantasy about getting tied up. And I was like, sir, you do not want one woman to tie you up because you might never gonna get found. Like, that is what would happen. Jax would be mean to a woman like Carmen or whatever the hotel lady was. And they're like, yeah, sure, baby, I'll tie you up. And she just leaves and never comes back. Don't tempt that fate, Jax. Just Be cool.
He
Be
did
cool.
mention misery earlier this season. Maybe he has some kind of
That's his
mystery
kink.
fantasy and he's not exactly sure what happened about that.
That's his kink.
Yeah, he's
Kathy
almost
Bates
kind
is
of,
his kink.
yeah, he's like almost sincere about some things for a minute. And then he's like, anyway, I need her to bring me a sandwich. And you're like,
Yeah, he wants her to tie him up and feed her a turkey sandwich. You could
I don't know
choke on
why.
that fucking turkey sandwich.
Why did I ever let myself, even for 1 second?
Oh,
What's
Jeff.
wrong with me?
I know, Jeff. Come on. What are you doing? And the brothers missed the flights.
And Jax is furious. I
Mhm.
mean, he is livid.
But
I'm still confused about Sandoval's trip. I'll just assume we're going to figure all that out if it's
yes, but
important.
isn't it good though that Jax regulated himself and internalized those feelings because it was nobody's fault and did not take it out on anybody in his immediate vicinity? Wasn't that really like that showed some real maturity in that way, which he just like did not
You say
unleash
Jax?
on Brittany.
You say Jax Taylor did that? As the Jax
And
you're
she
referring to
says
as Jax Taylor?
she says super even killed her too. She's like, "Well, it's okay. It's all right, Jax. Be quiet. He's gonna hear you. Be quiet." Like she's not, fuck off, you dick. Like, no, she's, there. And so the cliffhanger of this episode is the brothers missed the flight. And Jeff, what
Yes.
do these brothers look like? Like when and if they show up next episode, what have you got rolling around in your head?
I think they're coming like with sound effects. Like you just hear like boing, boing, boing. Like there's some kind of like old Looney Tunes,
Sharing a hoodie, like it's one hoodie with just like three heads.
Yeah,
They just have
I'm
to walk
picturing
out.
Lana just bouncing like coats that are too long, sleeves that are too long.
Yes.
One of them's definitely got like a hat with a whirly propeller at the top of it. Just a lot of loose stuff. Probably some Dwayne Wayne glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Kids ask your cool uncles about that one.
Passing the phone from one to another.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a text. Hey, you got a text. Here you go.
Have you talked to mom? We need to talk to one of us should call mom. Yeah, like usually on the phone. They're all sharing the phone, but it's just to talk to the same person.
Yes. Yeah. And forget a job. They don't know. We don't know her. But that's
Also,
how we end up there.
They might be totally normal. We don't know Jax's perception of this.
And I wonder if we see them get married next episode or the one after, because we get them tubing, we get like a pinata, we see Katie getting ready.
Jax, I guess it's got to be the finale, yeah.
Yeah, Jax coming in clutch, giving Schwartz a one more out. You sure, man? I'll call a train right now, which I guess Jax has got a train guy. He's like, there's a train leaving right now. Let's get on it. You don't even got to do it. And for once, I'm like, yeah, boo. I feel you. Katie's dressed.
Anything that involves taking up rails, Jax is.
Yeah. That's so funny. And Katie's dressed is too small, too many tacos, which do not let Lala get a hold of this. Don't let Lala anywhere near this. And then I have the wedding, but I'm wondering if we see the whole thing. I don't know if we see the whole thing. So
we better see a good amount of it. I don't know,
man. That whole tubing situation, I think they're really gonna like eat up a lot of it.
I feel like it has to end with like as soon as they say I do, that's it. Because if they even show like an after party with these two drinking, like wedding drinking, I don't think they make it out. So our season, they have to be like cameras get thrown in the river as soon as we're done. We say
That's
I
right.
do.
Don't
the
let
dogs walk in front of us
anywhere near a
burned
drink.
all of this. Yeah.
Okay. So because the past, I had to kind of like scrounge around. I know you love it whenever my because the past are things that didn't happen. So I have a couple. I have a couple of things that didn't happen. What is one of yours?
I had Stassi talking about when Stassi gets her groove back.
Okay.
That's a nice Stella got her groove back. Schwartz doing the too many cooks in the kitchen reminded me around that time when that viral video, too many cooks in the kitchen for the sitcom intro was going around. Oh, well.
I'll have to, yeah.
It was big. It was big years ago. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Okay.
Check it out. Okay. Lisa's funky Jax would pour me a glass like I'm his date on prom night. Seemed like a little dated, probably. We're not talking about that. Too
little
much.
Rapey.
Little rapey.
Little rapey.
Yeah. No, I'll end it right there. I'll just say that's
okay.
it.
I had the idea that you had to have one style of bridesmaid dress for everybody. We
Oh
have
yeah,
kind of since let
yeah.
that go, and everybody can just like wear whatever they want, whatever. Nobody calling Schwartz a passenger princess. That was that was a thing that we didn't exist back then. The convo about Lala's anxiety, I think now we would be talking about her neurodivergence and her stimming and like all of these things that we words that we've assigned to these concepts. I think that Lala being like, "Oh, I'm just anxious." I think we would have a larger conversation about it now and everybody being like, "Listen, everybody's anxious, whatever." And then,
Yeah.
of course, checks. Checks, not a thing. Checks not a thing anymore. Nobody writes
Checks
checks.
are a thing. Checks
Well,
checks are fine.
I write one check a month and it is to our yard guy because he doesn't have Venmo or Cash App. So
Hmm.
I'll write one check a month.
Yeah, checks are fine.
No,
Normalize
nobody.
checks.
No, we will
Yes.
not be normalizing checks.
Renormalize checks,
No, we're
please.
not be normalizing checks. Get in front of me at the grocery store and pay with a check and see how I react. No, sir. Mm-mm. I did have a Lisa-ism too.
Yeah.
Um, oh, look out of the stone that crows. It means to surprise, to be surprised, to react to something with shock and disbelief. The stone that
Yeah.
crows.
Stone the crows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very old. It's like a real old kind of like old timey phrase. So at least I must have got it from like her grandmother or something.
It's an Australian. There's a band called Stone the Crows,
Oh, really?
actually, from like the 60s. Yeah.
I looked up the stone that crows.
Hmm. Stone the Crows.
Yes, you shortened it. That's the
No, they
abbreviated
stone the
version.
farmers stone the crows like to get them out of the places. They throw rocks at them to get them out of there
No,
to
or
surprise
not
them.
no, yes, and that a stone that makes noise that crows is a surprise because stones don't crow. It could go
Blink,
either way.
blink.
It could go either. Y'all weigh in on this because it could go either way. That idiom has a couple of iterations.
All
Who's your
right.
L? Who's your LVP?
I had the venue staff. We always love a little staff that we pick up along the
Mm-hmm.
way. But I love a great looking. Those are like just fine looking bridesmaid dresses. Those are
Yeah,
like normal. They're not
yeah.
too flashy. They're not too much of a pain in the ass. Those are look cool to me, and they have pockets. So honestly,
Ah, love a
one of the
pocket.
best decisions in this whole wedding process are those bridesmaid dresses.
Yeah,
So way to go,
yeah.
Katie. I like that.
Well, we've yet to see the flowers. For $10,000, those flowers better be the best goddamn thing in this wedding, too. Also, I won't speak on it here, but women's clothes not having pockets is a form of oppression and patriarchy. And go back and look, read the history of pockets. It is feminism that women get pockets these days. My LVP is Ken and his jokes. Just
Yes.
staying
Love it.
on Schwartz's neck about what a lame-o he is, how wishy-washy. Yeah, just keep at it. Don't relent. All gas, no brake. I don't want you to give him 1 inch. Just get at him.
And it's not even a joke. Those are real things.
Exactly. He wasn't even making a joke. He was just saying things that happened.
That's just a fact. Yeah. What about a chump in all of this?
Schwartz's brothers.
Oh, me
Yeah,
too. I said the
yeah.
brothers in Florida.
Which
I said, well,
now I feel like maybe we should have saved it so if we do see them, because I don't know. I mean, like, they're gonna show up, like, a shirt untucked, like, 1 shoe on, like, half a jacket, like, you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a bolo tie or some shit, like, they're gonna steal the show, I think, so
I kind of want it to go the other way. Like, I really hope that like Jax was just way off or for some reason. And it's like,
well,
no, they're all like day traders in Miami. I don't know what you're talking
yeah, I
about.
mean,
They
if we
like
look at
two of them are in wealth management and they help out their mom. That's why they all live there. What are you
I
talking?
don't think the textual evidence supports that with the sharing of the cell phone
No,
and
it's not
the
it's not a thing, but I would like it.
yes,
Yes.
but I mean, that's very sweet and
Yes.
optimistic of you, so
Yeah.
okay. Find us on at TechUpinoPod at YouTube. You can go watch. I think I've made a decision. I know you love it when I tell you things when we're actually recording, but I've
I
made a
do.
decision. I think that I'm going to make all of the Vanderpump shows available for YouTube and then maybe kind of sprinkle out some of the others. So that way, if you want to watch us, you can watch us. This is the core group right here.
Yeah.
So go look. Hopefully it'll be up by the time you're listening to this, but no promises. And listen to our Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Roaring Twenties. I have been going back and I'm trying to catch up on Real House of Atlanta. Man, that shit is so good. Like Phaedra, please. I want to be Phaedra when I grow up. And my Housewives Corner usually drops on Friday mornings. And that's where I'm like, Ladies of London. Nope. Real Housewives of London. I'm adding Atlanta. I'm doing OC. I mean, OC could never with the shit that Atlanta is doing. Like, it is just so. So y'all go back and listen. And then McBee, which Nolan and I hopefully we'll get to redo McBee. We had some technical difficulties. So we recorded the penultimate episode, but it didn't take. So there's only one after that. Jeff will be so happy.
I think you will be too, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. They're just such rotten scoundrels that it's hard to take my eyes off of them. So, all right. Well, we will see you guys on the flip side.
Thanks, everybody. Jeff at pinopod.com.
Oh, that's right. Hot takes and complaints. Go to jeff at pinopod.com.